What is up, guys? Hope you guys are having a good day. Today we have a really special episode because Chainlink is currently pumping and is looking very good. Chainlink has been able to hold a crucial support level of around $14 for some days now. What does this pump mean? In today's episode, guys, we're going to take a look at two very different scenarios, a good one and a bad one. The good scenario is going to take Chainlink all the way up to $20, and the bad one is going to bring Chainlink all the way down to $10, $11. And it's important you watch the whole video so you can see both of the scenarios and which one I think is more likely to happen. And also, guys, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin because Bitcoin is playing a crucial role in where I think Chainlink will go next. Because if Bitcoin is able to recover and get back to 12,000, I think that will be a huge boost for the rest of the crypto markets and it will be a very positive sign. And as always, to my subscribers, thank you guys so much and welcome. I can't believe this. We're at 387 subscribers in only 19 days. That is unbelievable. Let's get that number to 400. Let's spread the message about Bitcoin, Chainlink, and all that good stuff. To the new people watching this, if you want daily price analysis of Bitcoin, Chainlink, and cryptocurrency news, feel free to subscribe to the channel, guys. Welcome, guys, and as always, my name is Andreas. I have been in Bitcoin for a little bit more than 3 years. I first started accumulating my first Bitcoin in June of 2017, and I've been investing a total of 4 years. And guys, before we start this episode, please comment down below when you got into the crypto market. How long have you been into crypto? Here's the Chainlink chart, guys, so let's take a look at it right now. Chainlink is getting this beautiful pump. As I said, I'm going to be showing you two different scenarios that will either take Chainlink up to $20 or we will go all the way down to $10, $11. The first scenario that I will be showing you guys is the positive one, the good one that everybody wants to hear first, and that is the good one where Chainlink potentially could go to the area of $19, $20. So let's take a look at it. Let me give you my explanation of why this is a possibility, because right now Chainlink is creating a symmetrical triangle. Let me draw it up right here. And as you guys can see, Chainlink did break out of this symmetrical triangle perfectly. It's a perfect breakout, and this could signal the start of a new trend. If we are able to hold above this level of $15 for the next 2 to 3 days and we're able to stay above here and then maybe get a spike up here, this will be huge for Chainlink. As I've talked about, we made a double bottom down here. Yes, the volume isn't looking too good, so that's my only concern with this, but we did get a breakout out of this symmetrical triangle. And if we can keep up the momentum and Chainlink can close the day above 15.3 above this level here, and then tomorrow we can get another day where we're consolidating and then we can slowly move upwards towards these levels. So let me show you where the price will end up. As I've showed you guys before, we need to measure from the breakout to the downside, and then we move it, take it from the breakout and to the upside here. So the next potential target could be $18 right here. This does not mean we're going to go straight up like this, meaning that since we broke out of this symmetrical triangle, and if we're able to keep above that level for the next 2 to 3 days, that could spark a short-term mid rally up to 18 in the nearest short term. Because if Chainlink is not able to keep up that momentum and Chainlink decides to go up but then it crashes down again to 14.3, then we're most likely going to come down and retest this level of 13. And if we do come down and retest this level of 13 for the third time, as I mentioned before in my other videos, then I don't think the market would have a lot of confidence, because then we retested this level 3 times and I doubt it on the third time we're gonna find some magic volume and give us some momentum. And that brings me to the second scenario that I will show you guys, because we could be in a 1-5 correction, and I'll draw it up for you guys so you guys understand my bearish point of view. I showed you guys the good one that could potentially take us to the $18 now in the near short term. Let's draw up the bearish scenario. So now I'm going to show you guys the bearish one, and this is a 1 to 5 correction. I'm going to draw it up for you because this could be a bigger correction, but this one has a positive ending. It might look bearish, it is bearish in the short term, but is bullish in the long term. So let me draw it up for you. So this is 1, 2, 3 all the way up here, and now let's draw number 4. And the number 4, you have to draw it all the way down to the breakout. And the breakout as you guys can see, is happen right here, and that means the correction number 4 is all the way down to the breakout, so of around $10. But in this one there is a 5th wave. Now I'm going to draw the 5th wave. So the 5th wave would look something like this. Let's draw it up here, and that would be a longer wave, so it would look something like this. So even though this is a bearish scenario in the short term that we might go down to $10, so wave number 5 is going to take us all the way up to $25, $26, $27. That will be the target because it is a correction wave. As I mentioned, the correction always comes down to the start of the breakout, where the breakout happened. Because if you go back and watch my videos maybe 2 weeks ago, we talked about the falling wedge, and this area right here is also the start of the falling wedge that I can draw up. So here is the falling wedge that we did talk about a couple weeks ago, and in this falling wedge, as you can see, this is the start of the falling wedge where the breakout happened, and then it turns into a falling wedge where it forms small bullish pennants all the way. But they get smaller, the consolidation gets smaller inside here, then smaller, and then when we reach to the top, we suddenly then break out of the falling wedge, and then it turns bearish. And as I've said, usually what tends to happen during these corrections in a falling wedge is that they do tend to come down to where the breakout happened over here, and that is around $10.3. If you look on the bright side, if we do come down here, I'm expecting a huge bounce, that we come down here, some consolidation, and then the price will move upwards again. So even though this is a bearish scenario, it is a bullish one too. So it's kind of good news. No matter what though, if you are a hodler and you believe in Chainlink, I mean, keep accumulating and you will be fine. Sure, in the short term, it might get a little dicey, a little scary. But like as I said, Chainlink also now with my first scenario go up to 18 now in the short term. So the next 2 to 3 days will be crucial. And now we'll quickly take a look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin does play a huge part in this. So here is Bitcoin. A lot of people have talked about how this was a ascending triangle and that we broke out of this ascending triangle, and now we're currently below the support line. We broke the trend line. There's also a lot of talks about that this could be this fractal right here is the same one as this one right here, but in a smaller scale. So let me explain to you guys. As you guys can see, we had the run up, and then we had a higher one, and then we have another higher one, and then it consolidated in here, and then we have the higher one, and you have the same thing here. We have a higher one, and then it goes up, and then we have some short-term correction, and then we get another higher one, and then we go a little bit down. A lot of people are talking about this fractal as well. Do I think this is likely? I hope this is likely, because Bitcoin plays an important role right now for the rest of the crypto market. If this fractal plays out, that will mean that we're going to stay above this line, and we're going to stay here, and then we're most likely just going to consolidate here for a short period of time, and then we're going to get the upshoot to 13,000. And this was just that was just a quick analysis, because yes, technically we did break out of the ascending triangle, but like as I've said, this could be fractal pattern, which is basically means that pattern looks the same as this one but just in smaller scale. And as we saw what happened here, we came up for the second time, we had a lot of consolidation, and that's the same thing here. We came up for the second time, and now we have consolidation, and then we will eventually get a breakout, a big breakout to the upside, just like we got here. If this does happen, then things are looking very bright for Chainlink and all the other coins. And that was the analysis for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy it, smash that like button and feel free to subscribe to the channel, guys.